I get maybe if they make them assistant vice presidents. I don't think assistant vice presidents like an employee. You have a voice, but you have no vote. So, and again, Sharon is my assistant. She's at the office a lot more than me. Basic information needed to apply for insurance, and if you don't have this information, you're not going to get to step one. Your name, address, contact information, all types of contacts too. We do more business by email and communication by email. I can't believe it. This is 12 years ago. I didn't know how to log on. So the type of your business is the type of business, what type of corporation, partnership, whatever. Also, what your business does, operations description. Jobs, the employee duties. What's this employee going to do that works here? Well, they're going to do everything I don't do. Well, what would that be specifically? Well, they're going to man the cash register up front. They're going to bake donuts in the back, and what you end up getting is the highest classification for that person. It's only fair because that's the exposure that you really end up with. And that's if they don't do it up front, they'll do it at the audit. You might as well know up front what it's going to cost you. We had a senior assisted home that was listed as an education class. The difference is like 68 cents against $5.12. Surprise. Well, nobody told anybody what they really did. Some previous agent had it in the assigned risk pool at that rate. Somebody accepted it. We forgave them the previous 2 years of being wrong, but then had to correct it this year for them. Pretty big difference. Annual payroll estimate can be all over the ballpark. Excuse me. I would say this: estimate it as accurately as you can. Know that if you hire another person during the year, you've just doubled. Let your agent know. It'll just be prorated, but keep it as close as you can. At the end of the year, when they audit it, you've just paid your new policy premium. Bang, here comes the audit for even more. And then 30 days later, they want to adjust the current policy because they haven't included the increase. It's like a triple whammy. Avoid that stuff. I always warn my customers about that, especially the first year. You need to have a federal ID number. Excuse me. That's how everything is tracked in this state. That's how they catch the people that don't have the insurance. Because all of a sudden, there's not a policy lined up with that federal ID and state unemployment number, and these big, wonderful computers that we pay our taxes for spits your name out, and then an inspector comes out and check it. Questions? Thanks. Go ahead.
Yeah, how have things changed in the last few years when it comes to workers' comp? I keep hearing over the state's got a lot to say with what the rates are, and that our rates might be higher than near surrounding states. Could you talk a little bit about that?
The whole nation, from a work comp standpoint, the pricing has been down. Rates have come down. Injury-wise, we're looking at probably some of the biggest decreases in lost time injuries, maybe in modern history. Overall frequency has been about the same. The big difference is right now, medical costs, like you hear it all the time, just skyrocket. I mean, we're talking as much as 15 to 25% a year for the exact same things. Work comp is the #1 payer. We pay the highest rate at the hospital or clinic. Next would be Medicare. Next would be regular insurance. Oh, there's one person that has to pay more than all of us. That's some poor uninsured guy. Right? They get, it's scary. It's just scary. So that's the driving force that we see for the near future is medical costs. We have a lot of our claims tech management people at my company right now serving on some committees at the state that are studying this, because we insure, well, we do insure more than 1 out of every 10 businesses on the street, which also means we have the highest amount of claims to deal with too. So we've got a real good base of statistical and price information on all of this stuff. So they're kind of gleaning the information and tracking the costs with us right now. And it's really scary. I hate to even go to those meetings because it's like, oh my gosh, you know, we're never going to be able to make a profit.
Are the number of claims down?
The lost time claims are down. The rest of the
Fewer
claims,
workers, or are we getting safer?
combination right now. I think the economy the last couple of years, but that downturn had already started 3 years ago. So it's a combination of, it's kind of interesting, we were just talking about this earlier, you wonder what the economy is really doing, and I know payrolls have been down at my accounts over the last 3 years. This is the first time, this started in January and it's really picking up steam, where the renewal policies have stabilized or started increasing their payrolls, which means they're hiring back people. The temp and staffing operations that I insure, and I've got several of them, they've really taken some jumps. We're talking, you know, 40% change in just the last 7 months, because I have them on payroll reporting, so I can track that ding, ding, ding every month. And
Which is that?
pardon?
What did you say? Who is this?
Staffing and temporary operations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel pain.
Yeah. So their payrolls are finally starting to increase. They usually are the bill for everything. I mean, they go down first, they go up first. So I'm hoping that we see this across the board through this year. You know, I try not to watch the news at night or in the morning, because that's not going to give you any happy feelings. But I think that we're starting to see some basic changes. That, and I do watch one thing, the Buy American. I know we're in a worldwide economy, but when you really look at all these programs that are talking about buying from businesses like you guys want to be a part of or are a part of, the trickle-down effect on that is so massive compared to sending our dollars elsewhere. So I pay attention to that. I'm a single guy, you know, as long as my beer's made in America, I'm fine. My beer and my brats. Any other questions? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave because I'm stacked on appointments, but we have some materials in the back. There's also some employment practices liability insurance. That's not a requirement by law, but it's a smart thing to do. We endorse that onto our work comp policies, a little different than how other people do it. And there's some other brochures back there. And again, if you need to contact us, give us a call. You know, just say, Greg, about 30 cents per $100 of payroll plus the policy fees and your state assessments. Pretty much for one clerical employee, you're probably looking at almost a minimum premium policy, somewhere around $250. That's about as low as they get. Okay. And you know, if you get involved in scary stuff, you know, I've got a lot of $100,000, $200,000 policies. Some of those don't have that many employees, you know, when you really look at it from a relative standpoint. So it's fair. It's based on payroll. You don't pay for anything in excess. And at the end of the year, it's audited. So if you have less payroll than you estimated, you get that money back too. So not like buying something and, you're stuck. I'm going to keep all that, you know.
Okay, thank you.